Hello, Rob.
Good evening, everyone. Marky, how are you? Erev
Hey,
Tov,
Rob.
how you doing? Baruch
Baruch
Hashem, how
Hashem.
you feeling? Are you well, Mark?
Baruch Hashem. And
Good.
you, Rob,
Who's with
you're
us?
looking good, Rob. You're looking good.
Thank you, Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem.
Okay, so I think that we're going to wait another few minutes, but I'll make the show tonight short because there is those load shedding, a long load
Yeah.
shedding, and I'm going to push it quick, the show tonight. Unfortunately, what can we do? You know what I'm saying?
Do you want me to read?
I don't know who's with us. I don't know if
I don't
Jeffrey
see
with us.
Jeffrey. No.
If Jeffrey is not with us, then definitely you must read. Definitely, there is no question. Okay, I'm in the meantime, I'm gonna start delegating the show, and until people are gonna join us. השיעור יהיה לעילוי נשמת אסתר קדן בת קציה, מרדכי בן רחמה, הרב אברהם חיים בן אליעזר יעקב, תמר בת זהבה, שולמית בת אברהם אליעזר, יעקב סלמון בן פרחה, דבורה רות בת בילה, שרשה בלימה בת מרדכי בצלאל, אליהו בן אברהם, מלכה רג'ינה בת ג'ויה, קטי גורג'יה בת פרחה. I would like also to dedicate the show לעילוי נשמת אלרפואת ליאורה בת מרים, לרפואת מנשה נג'י בן פרחה, אברהם בן מרינה, רפומי יהודה בן דליה, הרב משה בן דבורה. There's a hell of a noise. I'm going to mute everyone. הרב משה בן דבורה, גבריאל בן חיה שינה, אורנה בלומה בת מרים, שינה קיילה בת חנה, מרדכי דוד בן לאה, קרן בת יונה, אריה לייב גרשון בן שמעון הכהן, שמואל מאיר בן שושה בלימה, מרים בת זלדה ליבה, משה אברהם בן חנה ריבה, חיה ציפורה בת רחל, איילה עדן בת רבקה, טובה ליבה בת רחל. Please God רפואה שלמה to all of them. I see Dr. Les with us. Dr. Les, please unmute yourself so you can give us the news, Bezrat Hashem.
Okay, so Rav, I'm here with my good friend Larry. So we're trying to work out with the YouTube, and we've got some solutions, and we're working very hard.
Put the camera to Larry so I can say hello to Larry.
Can we just say hello to you, Larry? Can you say hello? He's just gone off for a second, but Larry sends all his best. Okay. Rav, wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom. We're having a good meeting, and hopefully some good will come out of this, really. Okay, and the YouTube will be re-established with all the sharing. Shabbat Shalom, Rav. Kol tov.
Every good Shabbos. Kol tov.
Bye.
Okay. Good. Bye-bye. So, בעזרת השם, נעשה ונצליח, והשם עלינו ברחמיו יצליח. אנחנו in Parashat Vayishlach. We starting, וישלח יעקב מלאכים לפניו, אל עשיו אחיו, ארצה שעיר שדה אדום. Yeah, בכבוד. Is Jeffrey with us? Jeffrey, are you with us? I don't know if you're with us, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, no, Jeffrey's not with us. Mark? בכבוד, Mark?
Okay, I've just unmuted. Then Yaakov sent angels ahead of him to Esav, his brother, to the land of Seir, the field of Edom.
Okay, here we see something very interesting. The Torah tells us that Yaakov Avinu sent angel to Esav, his brother. Let's see what Rashi HaKadosh says. Rashi HaKadosh says 2 words, Malachim Mamash, a real angel. So in previous showing, we explained that where did Yaakov have those angels? We explained from his Torah, from his mitzvot, from his merit, Yaakov Avinu married to a proper angel that used to look after him, and he can use them. Not everyone can have that merit. Okay, but the question that we're going to ask tonight, why did Yaakov Avinu have to send proper angel? He can send human being. Why Dafka angel? Why did Yaakov Avinu send angel to Esav, his brother? Why not a normal human being? That's the question of the Mefarshim. And Be'ezrat Hashem, today I'm going to bring two different ideas why Dafka proper angel. So the one explanation that brought by the Or HaChaim HaKadosh, Rabbi Chaim Ben Attar, he born in the city of Sali, Morocco, 326 years ago. Yeah, 326 years ago. And in his commentary, he said that Yaakov Avinu was worried. If it's a normal human being, Esav might going to ignore them, not going to take them seriously. Why? Because Esav was in charge he was a king, he had a lot of people underneath him, and suddenly normal servant come to speak to him, he wouldn't take them seriously, he would ignore them. So Yaakov decided, you know what, I'd rather send angel, and when he see angel, he will obviously take them more seriously, and he will listen to them. Other idea that I saw that brought by a book that called Chomat HaEsh, been written by Rabbi Menachem Eisenstein. Rabbi Menachem Eisenstein lived in the 19th century, and he said like this. He said, you know why Yaakov Avinu decided to send angel and not human being? Because Hazal already told us in a Mishnah in Masechet Avot, in chapter 1, Mishnah 7, okay? Hazal tell us, Harhek mishachen ra ve'al tithaver larasha. That means keep away from a bad neighbor, don't come close to him, and don't be close to a wicked person. And Yaakov Avinu was worried that if he gonna send normal human being to the land of Seir is the land where Esav is, they might gonna be influenced by Esav, by his followers, by the member of the city, and they're going to learn from their wicked way. So Yaakov Avinu was worried that Has v'Shalom not to send normal human being, because what Esav Rasha was so wicked that he can influence easily human being. But angel, there's no chance that, or there is a chance, because we learned that about two angels that being actually turned away and they become wicked. Okay, so there is a chance, but it's so little that Esav can influence on angel. But while it's human being, they can learn and they can be influenced from him, from the people where they are. So Yaakov was worried. He didn't want to send them. And then he said, El Esav achicha, to your brother Esav. Okay, we have to understand what it means to your brother. El Esav achicha, to your brother Esav. Why Dafka to Esav, his brother? And we have to understand how many Esav we know. We know that there's one brother. So what does it mean? Vayishlach Yaakov lefanav el Esav archa Seir, el Esav achiv. The Torah tells us that Yaakov sent angel to his brother, to Esav. We know that Esav was his brother. So why does the Torah tell us to his brother? I saw a commentary that brought by Rabbi Tzadok HaKohen Miluvlin. Rabbi Tzadok HaKohen Miluvlin, he born around plus minus around 199 years ago, 200 years ago. Okay, he born in Poland, and in his commentary on the Torah, he wrote a book that called Kometz HaMincha. Kometz HaMincha, it's a commentary on our Torah. And there he explained that you know why it's Yel Esav Ahiv, that there is here two different human beings. We know that in this meeting, Yaakov Avinu was worried. And we're going to explain what he was worried, and later on, Be'ezrat Hashem, you'll understand what it was this worried. Yaakov wanted to know, is Esav his brother? First of all, is it Esav or is it his brother? What does it mean? Yaakov Avinu was worried here that is Esav coming for war, or is he coming as a brotherhood? And we'll explain now. Say Rabbi Tzadok HaKohen Miluvlin like this. He said that Yaakov Avinu was worried here about something very interesting. Yaakov Avinu wanted to understand what was the plan of Esav. Is he coming because he's anger as Esav, okay? Or is he coming as Ahiv? Ahiv, it means brotherhood. So that means that the only reason that it's come to tell us here that he sent angel, only angel can tell what there is in the heart of a human being. Because people can mislead other people. But here, Yaakov Avinu sent angel. You know why he sent the angel? Because only angel can tell the truth, what a person has in his heart. So say Rabbi Tzadok Kohen Miluvlin, he wanted to know, is Yaakov coming as Esav with his anger that he coming for war? Or is Esav coming as his brother, Ahiv, as a brotherhood? What it mean a brotherhood? That he coming to look, is he coming for a fight or not? That's what was the idea behind El Esav Ahiv, say Rabbi Tzadok Kohen Miluvlin, that he will know what is in the heart of Esav. That was in verse 8, the Torah tells us, וירא יעקב מאוד, וייצר לו, ויחץ את העם אשר איתו, ואת הצאן ואת הבקר, והגמלים לשני מחנות. בכבוד.
I didn't catch you. The connection broke. What number are we on?
Mark, chapter verse 8. I don't know if you're with us. Mark, can you hear me?
Yep.
Verse 8.
Okay. I think no.
Mark, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Rob, can you hear me?
There's no good connection.
No,
There's a problem with the connection, Mark.
I think so. I'm not. No connection.
Mark, can you hear me? Mark,
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I
I can hear you
you.
now loud and clear.
Okay, so I think we're back. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back. Okay. Verse number 8 is Yaakov became very frightened and it distressed him. So he divided the people with him and the flocks, the cattle, and the camels into two camps. Did you get that?
Not really. We can't hear you for some reason.
I don't know. I'm not muted. Can you hear me now? No.
There's a problem with the line, huh?
It looks like it.
There's a problem with the line, Mark?
Yep. Can you hear me, Rob?
I think that is. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. So I'll read it again.
I can hear Mark as well.
Can you hear me, Rob?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yaakov became very frightened and it distressed him. So he divided the people with him and the flocks, cattle, and camels into two camps.
Okay. Here we see that the Torah tells us that Yaakov Avinu, number one, was frightened, okay? And he had a fear, okay? And he was distressed from the meeting with Esav Avinu. So I saw a question that's brought by many of the Mefarshim, and today I'm going to bring two ideas for it. And the question is that we have to understand that, first of all, why did Yaakov Avinu was distressed and frightened? Why he distressed, number one, and then the Torah tells us that he regrets, okay? Vayira Yaakov, vayitzer lo. What he was distressed. So I thought two different commentaries that I'm going to bring. The first one is Rabbi, Aryeh Lev, he born in Poland around 254 years ago. And he explained like this in his book, Melo HaOmer. He said like this. He said that, you know why Yaakov Avinu was distressed and afraid? He said that, first of all, when Yaakov Avinu heard that Esav coming with 400 men towards him, he was frightened. But then he was distressed. You know why he was distressed? Yaakov Avinu was distressed from the simple reason. How did he have to worry from a human being? Because in Parashat Vayishlach, in a previous parasha in chapter 28, in verse 15, the Torah tells us that HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to Yaakov Avinu, Ushmarticha bechol asher delech, and I will guard you wherever you will be, wherever you will walk. So you have nothing to worry. So Yaakov Avinu, when he heard the 400, immediately he was frightened. But then he was in distress. He regretted that he was worried, okay, that he was worried about Esav. Hazal say, how come a guy, such a giant like Yaakov Avinu, Bahir, the chosen one amongst the forefather, Bahir Sheba'avot, was really worried because of Esav? Yaakov Avinu was a strong man. He lifted up the stone by himself, what all the shepherds couldn't do. So why did Yaakov Avinu worry? Say, Rabbi Aryeh Lev, listen to that. He explained like this. By the way, they call him Aryeh Lev Harif because he was very, very sharp. When his answer was, he was given a sharp answer straight to the point. And he said, you know why he was worried? Because Yaakov Avinu was worried from two things. For 20 years, he was in the house of Lavan. And for 20 years, he couldn't fulfill the mitzvah of Kibud Avaim. While Esav have this mitzvah. So he was worried that that mitzvah will stand for Esav, okay? And he doesn't have this mitzvah. The other thing that he was worried, say, Rabbi Aryeh Lev, that he married two sisters. Nachon, that it was in a command of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but he still married two sisters. So he was worried, Has v'shalom, maybe that's going to stand as an avera for him. So that's why he was worried. But then he regret. He realized that only HaKadosh Baruch Hu, how can he forget for 1 second? So that's the answer. I saw another idea that it said, that brought by the Mefarshim. Yaakov Avinu, if you look what Rashi say, it said there, Vayitzar lo, it said, Im hu ya'arog et ha'acherim. Rashi say, if he killed the others. Rabotai, there is a sod here. There's a secret here. Yaakov Avinu was worried that he might gonna kill Esav. And if he kill Esav, all the Torah shebe'al peh can never be revealed. Because Esav is a word Torah shebe'al peh. And Yaakov is the Torah shebichtav. I will explain. I know that it's confusing. I'm speaking now a bit depth. The Mekubalim explain that if you look, who was all the Torah shebe'al peh being written on Kelus Ager, commentary on the Torah, okay? Rabbi Akiva, that we have all the Torah from him, Rabbi Akiva ben Gerim, Shma'ya ve'Aftalion, there was a son of Gerim, Rabbi Meir Ba'alanes, he was from the descendants, okay, of Gerim. So all the Gerim have in their ability to write commentary on our Torah. Where did they come from? They descendants of Esav. And Yaakov Avinu knew that if there have to be a war, Has v'shalom, he might have to kill Esav. And he was worried if he kill Esav, who's going to reveal the oral Torah? Now you understand what he was worried?
Yep.
Look what the Torah tells us. Hachileni now, miyad ahi, miyad Esav. What it means, Hachileni na miyad achi miyad Esav? That's the question that's been asked by Rabbi Yosef Dov Levy Soloveitchik. But first, Mark will read for us. Verse 12.
Rescue me, please, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esav. For I fear him, lest he come and strike me down, mother and children.
Okay, here we see that Yaakov Avinu again, listen what he said, Hachileni, he asked Kadosh Baruch Hu to be saved, to have the salvation from the hand of his brother, from the hand of Esav. So the Mefarshim, what does it mean from the hand of his brother, from the hand of Esav? Many times Yaakov mentioned that. So here we see some beautiful commentary that brought Rabbi Yosef Dov Levi Soloveitchik. Rabbi Yosef Dov Levi Soloveitchik, born around 202 years ago, plus minus. He born in Belarus, okay? And he wrote a book called Beta Levi. And he say here again, listen, I'm worried, is Yaakov, is Esav, when he's going to come to meet me, is he going to come as Esav, as a hatred person, or is he come with his brotherhood? What it means in his brotherhood? Yaakov Avinu might going to come, when he going to come to visit me, okay, he might now going to come with anger. He want to fight with me. Or the other way, he's going to come and going to try to destroy all my descendants. How are you going to destroy my descendants? Because he's going to say, I'm your brother. He's going to come in the name of peace. Like we hear all of it, and we see it all the time. People spoke in the name of peace, and they still use terrorism. So here, Yaakov Avinu was worried that might Esav, his brother, going to come. He said, listen, we brothers, forget about it, it's finished. But in the meantime, he's going to influence his descendants of Yaakov, Has v'shalom, to go the wrong way. But when I say the wrong way, not to follow Torah, not to follow mitzvot. And that's what here we learn, that Yaakov Avinu daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please redeem me, okay? From who? From the hand of my brother. Why Dafka his brother? Because he was worried that Esav might going to come for war or to influence his children. And we saw that in the end, when Esav asked him to come to the land of Seir, what did he say to him? You go first, Esav, and me and my family and my household will walk slowly and we'll get to you. But in the end, Yaakov never gone there. Say Rabbi Yosef Dov Levi Soloveitchik, learn from here how much Yaakov was worried about the chinuch, okay, the education of his kids. How much? And that's to teach us how much a person have to worry about his kids. Let's go to verse 14. And verse 14, the Torah tells us there, visit verse 14. Yeah. וילן שם בלילה ההוא, ויקח מן הבא בידו מנחה לעשיו אחיו, בכבוד.
He spent the night there. Then he took from that which had come to his hand a tribute to Esav, his brother. Did you get that, Rav?
Not really. I think that we're battling to hear you, Mark, honestly. Now I can hear you. Before I couldn't.
Okay, he spent the night there. Then he took from that which had come into his hand a tribute to Esav, his brother. Did you get that?
Okay, very good. Here we see, yes, thank you. Here we see that Yaakov Avinu took an attribute to Esav. What does it mean, an attribute? Hazal explained that he took minha, an offering, to Esav and given to Esav. We know that he given him animals, all different animals. We have to understand, and the Midrash said something extraordinary. The Midrash tells us that Yaakov, when he given those animals to his brother, he given all different animals, we know as an offering to his brother. Said the Midrash that was Ma'asrot, Ma'aser. Immediately, the Midrash said, HaKadosh Baruch Hu come to Yaakov Avinu and say, Yaakov, how can you give Ma'aser to Esav? Ma'aser should come to me, the first Ma'asrot. How come that you give it to your brother? That's the question of the Midrash. The Midrash said, Yaakov Avinu said to the Almighty, listen what he said to him, that this Ma'aser, this attribute that I given my brother Esav, that you call it Ma'aser, it's Ma'aser Hol, unholy. But the Ma'aser that I will give you, it will be holy. And immediately the Mefarshim say, what is Yaakov Avinu say in the Midrash to the HaKadosh Baruch Hu? What is that answer? Usually I'm trying to bring the Zera Shimshon, Rabbi Shimshon Haim Nachmani, that he was a Mekubal, that was a mystical rabbi, Kabbalistic rabbi that lived around 316 years ago. He born 316 years ago in a city of Bologna in the north of Italy. Not Bologna. He born in the city of Modena, city of Modena in the north of Italy. And he said like this. He said that you know what's happening here. When Yaakov Avinu said to the Almighty that he given Esav a Maaser Shel Hol, that's mean a Maaser, that it's unholy, he said, Rabbi Shimon Haim Nachmani says something extraordinary. Listen to that. When Yaakov Avinu given that offering to Esav, all of those animals, all of them was trefot. And trefa, Hazal tell us, doesn't live more than 12 months. Hazal say Rabbi Shimshon Nachmani in his book Zera Shimshon, that all of those animals that Yaakov Avinu given to Esav didn't survive more than 12 months. They all die. After 12 months, all of them died. They didn't survive 12 months. Below 12 months, they all died. So that's called Maaser Hol. Yaakov Avinu cannot bring an offering, okay, to the Almighty, something that is trefa, unkosher. But when it's come to the Almighty, what is he giving them? Maaser Kodesh. What is Maaser Kodesh? A holy Maaser. Said the Midrash, Yaakov Avinu given his son Levy to serve the Almighty. And we saw that the Kohanim, that they from the tribe of Levy, they work in Bet HaMikdash. The Leviim, they work in Bet HaMikdash and they sing in Bet HaMikdash. All the vessel, all the cutleries, all the vessel, and all the equipment that belong to the tabernacle been carried only by Shevet Levi. Now, each one is different, but they're all being carried by Shevet Levi. Say, Rabbi Shimshon Nachmani, you know what was mean a holy Maaser, that Yaakov Avinu given his own son, Levi, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we saw that in the tabernacle it was Shevet Levi. We saw that when Bet HaMikdash was, it was Shevet Levi. And not only that, when they was in Egypt, who served HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Shevet Levi. And they didn't have to join, okay, the slavery. They never joined the slavery. So say, Rabbi Shimshon Nachmani, you know what was the difference? That it was a holy offering to Esav, that there was all trefot, all of those animals that he been given, all of them was trefa. What does mean trefa? Non-kosher. And they didn't survive 12 months. But when it's come to holy offering, Yaakov Avinu given HaKadosh Baruch Hu his own son, who? Levi. That from him came the Kohanim and came the servant of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that's the difference. Let's move on to chapter 33, verse 8. 33 verse 8. Where is it? 33 verse 8. Yes. Sorry, take me 2 seconds here. Here we see something very interesting. Vayomer, mi lecha kol hamachane hazeh, אשר פגשתי, ויאמר למצוא חן בעיני אדוני.
And he asked, what did you intend by that whole camp by that I met? He answered, to gain favor in my Lord's eyes.
Okay. If you look carefully, Esav asked Yaakov Avinu, who's those people that I met in the past? You met them now. You're just now seeing them. How can you say that you saw them in the past? That's the question of the Mefarshim. Yaakov Avinu answered him, Limtso hen be'anei Adoni, to find favorite in the eyes of my Lord, my Master, my Lord, whatever you want to call it. The question of the Mefarshim, how can you say those people that I saw in the past? You met them now, first time, you didn't even know. Why did you say in the past? The Midrash tell us something extraordinary. The Midrash tell us that when Yaakov Avinu sent angel that we spoke at the beginning of the Shiur, the angel came to Esav and they saw him and 400 people. And the angel said to Esav, who you are? He said, my name is Esav. He said, Esav who? He said, my grandfather was Avraham Avinu. He said, Avraham Avinu was your grandfather? He said, yes. He said, and you, such a wicked person? Hazal said that the angel was beating him and the 400 people. Then the angel asked him, who's your dad? He said, Yitzhak Avinu. Yitzhak Avinu. And you, such a wicked person? The angel was beating him, okay? And the 400 people that was with him. Then Hazal said in the Midrash, the angel asked him, who's your brother? He said, Yaakov. Ishtam Yoshev Oalim. Yaakov, Ishtam Yoshev Oalim. We're not going to beat you anymore. Because Yaakov is such a righteous man, and the merit of him, we're not going to beat you. And that's what it say here, that Esav asked Yaakov Avinu like this. Milecha kol hamachane hazeh. Who's that, all of these camps that I met? Vayomer Yaakov, limtso chen b'anei Adoni, to make a favor in the eyes of my master. That means that Yaakov Avinu sent the angel, and the angel already prepared and paved the way that he going to learn that he mustn't start with Yaakov Avinu. And Yaakov Avinu, by that the angel, when they hear the name of Yaakov Avinu and stop beating Esav and his followers, the 400 men, that's already make favored in the eyes of Esav. That means Yaakov become already favored in the eyes of Esav. And that's what this verse said, the Midrash say. Isn't that extraordinary? Let's move on, and we're going to go now to verse, chapter 33, verse 25. Remember, chapter 34, chapter 34, verse 25. 25, where we are? Yeah, here is it. Okay. In chapter 34, verse 25, the Torah tells us, Vayihi bayom hashlishi, biyotam kohavim, vayikhu shne bnei Yaakov, Shimon veLevi, אחי דינה, איש חרבו, ויבואו על העיר בטח ויהרגו כל זכר.
And it came to pass on the third day, when they were in pain, that two of Yaakov's sons, Shimon and Levy, Dinah's brothers, each took his sword, and they came upon the city confidently and killed every male.
Okay, here we see the Torah tell us that Shimon and Levi killed. Who they killed? The entire city of Shechem. We know the story with Dinah. There is actually a secret about it. Why that Dinah have to be raped? There's a lot of secret about it. The Sefer HaGilgulim explained that the reincarnation, Dinah was a reincarnation of the mother of Avraham Avinu, and Shechem, okay, was Lot, Eov. It was very complicated. Let's not go to it. The Torah tells us that on the third day, Shimon and Levi come to the city and kill not only Shechem and his father Hamor, they killed the entire male in the city of Shechem. And the Mefarshim ask, wait, I don't understand. Shechem raped Dinah. Why did you kill the entire city? And not only one, why do you start first with the male and then you're going to kill Shechem and his father? That's the question of the Mefarshim. So I'm going to bring two different ideas from the Or HaChaim HaKadosh, Rabbi Chaim ben Attar. And Rabbi Chaim ben Attar saying, he given two different opinions. Listen to his idea. And he said like this, you know why Shimon and Levy killed first the member of Shechem, all the male in Shechem, and then they killed Shechem and Hamor, although that Shechem raped Dinah? He said like this, the Gemara in Masechet Sanhedrin in page Nun Zayin Amud Aleph 57 folio 1 tell us like this, Ben Noach shegazal hayav mita, a person that robbed or kidnapped, okay, a person obligated for the punish of death. Here it was that Shechem kidnapped what? Took Dinah. Who helped him to kidnap Dinah? Said the Mefarshim, the member of Shechem. In that case, the Gemara tells us specifically that Ben Noach shegazal, a foreigner that robbed, obligate for the punishment of death, says Shimon and Levi, learn from here halacha. If they rob, we obligate to kill him. So let's kill them first, and then we kill Shechem and Hamor. And that's why they killed them. That's one idea. The other opinions say, Rabbi Chaim ben Attar, that here actually there is din rodef. What it means, din rodef? The Mishnah in Masechet Sanhedrin, in Perek Het, Perek Het, Mishnah Zayin. That means chapter 8, Mishnah 7. Hazal tell us there is what it's called din rodef. What it means, din rodef? If a person see someone trying to kill someone, okay, you see Mr. A chasing Mr. B to kill him, he can kill Mr. A, okay? Or if, like in our case, when Shimon and Levi wanted to kill Shechem and Hamor, his father, when the member of the city come and try to protect Shechem and his father, they have a din rodef. Say the Mefarshim, from here, when I said the Mefarshim, Or HaChaim HaKadosh, you know why Shimon and Levi killed the member of Shechem, and only later on they killed Shechem and Hamor? Because the member of Shechem tried to protect Shechem that raped Dinah. Hamor, that was his father, obviously he tried to protect his son. In that case, they have a din rodef, and they first to be killed, and then they kill Shechem, and then they kill Hamor. And that's what the Torah tells us. That here you learn something very important. That vayavo al ha'ir betach vayargu kol zachar, and they kill every male. Why? Because two reasons. One is din rodef, that we have, that the Torah teaches, and one is telling us sheben Noach shegazal hayav mita. That means a person that is not Jewish and he robbed, he obligate for the punishment of death. So you learn from here something very extraordinary. You learn that Hazal come to teach us that in the Torah, that the main reason that Shimon and Levi killed the member of the city of Shechem, not for nothing. They have a main reason, and they learn halacha, and we learn where they learn the halacha from. Another thing that, I don't know if I spoke about it before, but I saw a beautiful commentary. We know the Torah tells us that at the beginning of the Parsha, that when Yaakov met with Esav, and when he met with Esav, he bowed down 7 times. Many of the Mefarshim say, why did Yaakov Avinu have to bow 7 times to Esav? And the question is, what's happening here? Why did Yaakov Avinu bow down to Esav 7 times? You understand the question? And we have to understand why Dafka 7 times. Okay, and just for you to see it, where is it? Yeah, in chapter 33, verse 3. Mark chapter 33, verse 3. And with that, we're going to end. There's plenty more, but I skip. But I see that we have another 20 minutes. I'll do one commentary, and with that, I'm going to finish. Chapter 33, verse 3. והוא עבר לפניהם, וישתחו ארצה 7 פעמים, עד גשתו עד אחיו.
Then he himself went on ahead of them and bowed earthward 7 times until he reached his brother.
So, Rabota, there's many interpretation. Why did Yaakov Avinu bow down 7 times to Esav? The pshat of the dvarim, to make him more calm, to show him respect. So that's on the pshat of the dvarim. Rabotai, there is a secret to it. There's a secret to it. Listen to it. Chazal say that when Yaakov Avinu saw Esav, he saw that he was full of impurity and evil forces. And Yaakov Avinu, in every bow, take and weaken those evil forces from Esav. Said the Mefarshim, what does it mean? He said every time that he bowed down, he peeled klipa. Klipa is a shell. What is a shell? The Mekubalim call it that a shell. What is a shell? A shell is the string of the evil forces. Why did Yaakov have to do that? What is he care? Rabotai, listen to it. He said that I explained in the beginning of the show that the Torah, the written Torah, is from Yaakov Avinu. The oral Torah is from Esav, okay? But what happened here? Yaakov Avinu was worried that if he's gonna kill Esav, who's gonna reveal the oral Torah? Because if he's gonna kill Esav, none of his descendants gonna come. He's not gonna have any more descendants. And we saw that from a lot of the people that convert, like Onkelu Sagir, for example, he wrote commentary on the Torah, Shmaya ve'Aftalion, that they brought the Torah that later on come Bet Hillel and Bet Shammai. We learn from it. We see that Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel came. After that, we saw that Rabbi Akiva, that all the Torah that left after the 24,000 students died, Rabbi Akiva have only 5 students. And he given him a smicha, and from that, all the Torah that we have today is from them. And Rabbi Akiva was a son of a convert. Not only that, Rabbi Meir Baal HaNes, also from a convert. Said the Mekubalim, you learn here something extraordinary. Listen to that. That all the Torah, all the oral Torah come from who? From Esav. Okay, until now, I repeat what I said earlier. But Rabotai, every morning that you put tefillin, you put tefillin of Rosh. I don't know how many of you take notice. On one side of tefillin of Rosh, there is shin. One shin is with 3 lines. The other shin is with 4 arms. 3 arms and 4 arms, together what? 7. What I'm going to tell you now, it's Rabbi Natan Shapira. Rabbi Natan Netar Shapira, actually. He born around 200 years ago. Yeah, 200 and something years ago. He wrote a book, Megaleh Amukot. Megaleh Amukot is a very mystical, deep book. And he said, look carefully. In Tefillin of Rosh, you have 2 shin. One side with 3 arms, one side with 4. On the hand, you wrap 7 full straps. The one that come from the top part, here, from the top part to here, doesn't concern. One, because it's not a full. He say you have 7 in the head, 7 in the arm. What is it? He said, when you come into daven in the morning, in the front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you have to take all of those evil forces, all of these forces that doesn't allow you to daven and focus on your davening, the fourth, and to pure your heart. That's mean that Hazal constitute for us, Rabotai, and we don't realize it when we put tefillin, that tefillin of Rosh is to help us to have a clear mind, to daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to focus davening to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The hand that we put 7 strips is to clean the heart. That means that our heart and our mind going to be clear when we come to stand in the front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that was what the Hidush that there is with the number 7 that Yaakov Avinu bowed down 7 times to whom? To ourselves. That means to get rid of those 7 evil forces that all the time force a person, okay, not to worship HaKadosh Baruch Hu with full kavanah. So Be'ezrat Hashem, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give us the full strength, the full emunah to worship Him, to full kavanah to daven for Him, to do mitzvot and to learn Torah with absolute no other thought in the middle. That means to do everything for the sake of heaven. And Be'ezrat Hashem, when we do those mitzvot, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will send us Mashiach Tzidkenu speedily in our day. Amen. Ken Yehi Ratzon. There is now 15 minutes before load shedding. So if there is any question, Bechavod, I know that I make the show short, but unfortunately we have load shedding and it's going to be for 4 hours. So if any one of you, I'm sure that you want to prepare or do something, here you have a few minutes before so we can ask question. Bechavod. Any question? No question. Anyone want to ask question? Question? No. Okay, Rabotai, in that case, I would like to wish each one of you individually, first of all, thank you very much for joining us. Number 2 is to wish each one of you Shabbat Shalom, enjoy the weekend, and Be'ezrat Hashem will meet on this coming Sunday. I hope that the load shedding, please God, will stop, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will have mercy on us, and ESCOM, and he will stop ESCOM from load shedding. In the meantime, have a great night, everyone. Thank you for joining us. All the best. Good night, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom. Thank you.